I'm a young married man and I'm near broken-hearted, for me wife she's left me and she's gone away. We had a misfortune and she and I parted. I'll tell you what happened to her the other day. Now women is weak, they should mind their possessions, and the more I think on it, mad me do send, for she's run away with a German musician who goes around crying pianos to men. I'll follow, I'll follow, I'll follow a laddie, for all kinds of tunes and things he could play, and there's many a good tune played on an old fiddle, and this to my wife that old German did say. Now it happened one morning, this German musician, well, he come through our streets crying pianos to mend, and my wife's piano been out of condition. Straightway the boy for that old German did send. So he come to the door and he knocked most politely. Said he, ma'am, it's here that you're needing repairs. She looked him well over and seemed most delighted. All right, says my wife, will you please come upstairs? So she took him upstairs and showed him her piano, and with that old German seemed greatly amused. But when he had seen it, he said to my Hannah, I think, ma'am, your music's not very much used. But he touched it, he handled it over and under, both as sharp as a needle and light as a cork, with all kinds of tools, and he pulled it asunder, and he rattled away with his old tuning fork. Now, when I come home, my wife told me the story, and she said that old German had been there all day, and he tried very hard for to mend her piano, but do what she might, wouldn't take any pay. Well, I thought it was strange when she told me the story, and I said that old German was ever so kind, but would you believe that that old German sausage before going away left a straight mark behind? So I swore and I tore at me darling wife Hannah, both with rage and with pain, I'm sure no one can tell. And I told her to hook it and to take a piano, and likewise to take that old German as well. So it's come all you young men, pay heed to me story, 'cause all women wants is to handle your pelf. And if ever your wife's old piano wants tuning, just take my advice, boys, and tune it yourself. As I walked over London Bridge one misty morning early, there I overheard some fair lady lamenting for her Georgie. Oh, pray can you send me some little boy who can go an errand swiftly, who can go 10 mile in 1 hour with an errand for a lady. Come saddle to me my best black horse, come saddle him right swiftly, that I may ride to the king's castle go, with an errand for a lady. And when she had come to the king's castle door, the prisoners they stood many, and they all stood with their hats in their hands, excepting a bonny, bonny Georgie. Oh, my Georgie never stole no cow nor horse, he never murdered any, but he stole 16 of the king's fat deer, which grieved me most of any. And 6 pretty babies I've had to him, the 7th lies in my bosom. I would freely part with them every one, for to save the life of me Georgie. And the judge he looked over his left shoulder, he seemed so very hard-hearted, saying, pretty fair lady, you've come too late, for your George is condemned already. Oh, my Georgie will be hanged in the chains of gold, such gold as never hanged many, because he come of the royal blood, and he courted a very rich lady. Oh, my Georgie will be hanged in the chains of gold, such gold as there isn't much of any, and on his grave these words will be wrote, here lies the heart of a lady. A fine young man it was indeed, he come mounted on his milk-white steed. He rode and he rode himself all alone, until he come to lovely Joan. A good morning to you, my pretty fair maid, and it's twice good morning, sir, she said. He gave her the wink and she rolled it a eye, says him to himself, well, I'll be there by and by. Well, don't you think that these booths of hay are a pretty little place for us to play? So come with me, my pretty young thing, and I will give to you this golden ring. Then he pulled off this ring of gold, saying, pretty little miss, do this behold. I'd freely give it for your maidenhead, and the cheeks I blushed like the roses red. It's give me that ring all into my hand, and I will neither stay nor stand. For that golden ring it is worth to me much more than 20 maidenheads, said she. But as he made for the pooks of hay, she jumped upon his horse and she tore away. He cursed and he swore, but it was all in vain. Young Joan, she never looked back again. And she didn't think herself quite safe until she had come to her father's gate. She'd robbed him of his horse and his ring, and left him to rage in the meadows green. On the 14th of February we sailed from the land, on the bold Princess Royal bound for Newfoundland. We had fought the brave seamen in the ship's company, and boldly from Yarmouth to the westward steered we. Now we had not been sailing past days 2 or 3, when the lookout at our foremast strange sails it did see, that come a-bearing down on us, for to see what we were, and under his mizzen black colours he wore. Oh Lord, cried our captain, what shall us do now? For here comes a bold pirate to rob us, I know. Oh no, cried our first mate, that shall not be so. We will let out our reef, boys, and away from him go. But then this bold pirate he hove alongside, with a loud speaking trumpet once came you, he cried. Now our captain being up, me boys, he answered him so. We come from old Yarmouth and we're bound for Peru. So it's let out your courses and bring your ship to, for I have a long letter for to send there by you. Oh no, cried our first mate, that will not be so. That will be in some old harbour not alongside of you. So he chased us to the windward most of that livelong day, and he chased us to the westward, but he couldn't make no way. And he fired shots all after us, but none did prevail, and the bold Princess Royal soon showed him her tail. Oh, good Lord, cried our captain, that old pirate he is gone. Go you down to your grog, boys, go you down, every one. Go you down to your grog, me boys, and be of good cheer. while the bold princess says, "Serum, brave boys never fear." Come all ye young fellows who's handle the gun, I will have you go home by the light of the sun. For young Jimmer was a fowlin' all alone, and he shot his own true love in the room of a swan. When first he went up to her and found it was she, he was shaken and a trembling, his eyes scarce could see. Well, now you are dead, love, and your sorrows they are o'er. Fare the well, my dear Polly, I will see you no more. Then home went young Gemma with his dog and his gun, crying, "Uncle, dear uncle, have you heard what I've done? Oh, cursed be that old gunsmith who made my own gun, for I've shot my own true love in the room of a swan." Then out come bold uncle with his locks hanging grey, saying, "Jimmer, dear Jimmer, don't you run away. Don't you leave your own country till your trial it do come on. For they never will hang you for the crime you have done." While the trial did come on, pretty Polly did appear, cried, "Uncle, dearest uncle, let Jimmer go clear. For me apron was wrapped round me when it took me for a swan, and his poor heart lay bleeding for Polly his own." Polly his own. Come, you dearest, come, you fairest, come tell unto me, could you marry a poor sailor boy who's just come from sea? I can't marry no poor sailor for me, for to cross the wide ocean is a terror to me. And your ragged love and your dirty love, and your clothes they smell of tar. So be gone, you saucy sailor boy, so be gone, you jack tar. I may be ragged love, I may be dirty love, and me clothes they smell of tar, but I've got silver in me pockets and gold in great store. When she heard these words come from him, down on bended knee she fell, saying, "I'll marry my dear sailor boy, 'cause I loves him right well." Do you think that I am foolish, love? Do you think that I am mad? For to marry with some poor country girl when a fortune's to be had? I will cross the briny ocean when the meadows they are green. Since you have had the offer, love, another may have the ring. For I'm young, love, and I'm frolicsome, I am easy and I'm free, and I don't give a straw, love, what the world may think of me. In Yarmouth Town there lived a man, he kept a tavern by the sand. This landlord had a daughter fair, a plump little thing with the golden hair. Well, won't you come down, won't you come down, won't you come down to Yarmouth Town? Now to this tavern come a sailor man, and he asked the daughter for a hand. "Why should I marry you?" she said, "I get all I want without being wed." "Well, won't you come down, won't you come down, won't you come down to Yarmouth Town?" But she said, "If you want with me to linger, I'll tie a bit of string all around me finger. As you pass by, just pull that string, and I'll come down and I'll let you in. Well, won't you come down, won't you come down, won't you come down to Yarmouth Town? So at closing time the sailor man, he went to the tavern by the sand, and then he went and pulled that string, and she come down and she let Jack in. Well, won't you come down, won't you come down, won't you come down to Yarmouth Town? And he'd never seen such a sight before, 'cause the string round her finger were all she wore. And when he went and pulled that string, she pulled back the sheets and she let him in. Well, won't you come down, won't you come down, won't you come down to Yarmouth Town? Now the sailor stayed the whole night through, and early in the morning went back to his crew, where he told them all about that maiden fair, the plump little thing with the golden hair. Well, won't you come down, won't you come down, won't you come down to Yarmouth Town? And the story that soon got around, and the very next night in Yarmouth Town there was 15 sailors a-pulling on a string, and she come down and she let 'em all in. Well, won't you come down, won't you come down, won't you come down to Yarmouth Town? Now all young men what to Yarmouth do go, see a plump little thing with the hair hanging low. Well, all you got to do is pull that string, and she'll come down and she'll let you all in. Well, won't you come down, won't you come down, won't you come down to Yarmouth Town? Boy, won't you come down, or won't you come down, won't you come down to Yarmouth Town? One morning in the month of June, down by a rolling river, there a jolly sailor he chanced to stray, where he beheld some lover. Her cheeks were red, her eyes were brown, and her hair in wrinkles was hanging down, and a lovely brow without a frown, just as the tide was a-flowing. Good morn to you, my pretty fair maid, how come you here so early? My heart by you it is betrayed, and I might love you dearly, for I am a sailor come from sea, and if you'll accept of me company, for to walk and watch the fishes play, just as the tide was a-flowing. No more they did say, but on their way they both did go together. The small birds sung and the lambs did play, how pleasant was the weather. Then feeling weary they both sat down, all beneath a tree with the branches around. And what was said shall never be known, just as the tide was a-flowing. Then on the grass this young girl did roll, and the colour it kept changing. And this pretty maid called out, alas, don't let your mind be arranging. Then she gave him £20 in store, saying, meet me when you will have more. For a jolly sailor I adore, just as the tide was a-flowing. So they kissed, shook hands, and then did part. Jack Tar drunk rum and brandy, and to keep me shipmates in good cheer, that lady's gold come in handy. And with some other young gal you'll go to the public bar where the brandy flow. Give me the lad that will do so, just as the tide was a-flowing. I never really fell in love till I went up to Fakenham Fair, and I chanced for to meet with a carnival girl, a selling of chances there. A try for a lamp or a Spanish shawl or a golden filigree. But all the while her eyes were saying, "No, come, take a chance on me." So swing around the merry-go-round, give the wheel of fortune a whirl. For the finest prize at Fakenham Fair is a pretty carnival girl. Her eyes were blue, her hair it was brown, and her lips they were soft and red. And a ship like hers I had never seen, and me eyes well they popped from me head. But I was young and innocent, but still even I could see that the way she laughed and she winked my way, it said, "Come, take a chance on me." So swing around that old merry-go-round, give the wheel of fortune a whirl. The finest prize at Fakenham Fair is a pretty carnival girl. The old folks said she ain't for you, boy, oh what will the old people think? But I took my chance and I won that girl just as quick as an eye could wink. And the very best day in all my life, whatever come to pass, was the day that I went up to Fakenham Fair and I won me a carnival lass. So swing around that old merry-go-round, give the wheel of fortune a whirl. The finest prize at Fakenham Fair is a pretty carnival girl. We had not been sailing but 4 frosty nights, but 4 frosty nights and 5 days, when there we espied a lofty tall ship, come a-bearing down on us brave boys. Hallo and hallo, you lofty tall ship, what makes you to sail some night? I'm a rich merchant ship bound for London town. Won't you please pull to and let me pass by? Oh no and oh no, you lofty tall ship, such a thing, well, it never won't be. For I am turned robber all on this old sea, for to maintain my 2 brothers and I. So it's let out your courses and let go of your main sheet, and bring your ship under my lee, and I will take from you your rich merchants' goods, and point your bow guns to the sea. I won't let out my courses, nor let go of my main sheets, nor bring my ship under your lee, and you shan't have from me my rich merchants' goods, nor point my bow guns to the sea. So with broadside and broadside these vessels did lay, for fully 2 hours or more, until Henry Martin gave him the death shot, and she sunk and she never rose more. Bad news I've to tell you, bad news I've to tell, bad news I'm a-going to tell, of a lofty tall ship, and she's passed away, and the most of her mariners drowned. Mariners drowned. Well, now you've called on me to sing, I'll see what I can do, and when that I have finished it, I'll call on one of you. Well, now you've called on me to sing, I'll see what I can do, and when that I have finished it, I'll call on one of you, I'll call on one of you. Now the first time I went a-courting, well, I'll tell you the reason why. It was to a jolly old cook, because my wants she did supply. She fed me on the best roast beef and plenty of mince pies. And when that I was hungry, my wants she did supply. My wants she did supply. So one day I went to see her, and she asked me in to tea. She said, the missus and master's out, we'll have a jolly spree. So I went into the parlour, my own true love to please. And into one pocket she rammed some butter, and into the other some cheese, and into the other some cheese. Now after supper was over, and I could eat no more, oh Lord, to my surprise, when a knock come at the door. So I looked around for a place to hide, but that I did not know. So it's up the old chimney I did creep, as black as any old crow, as black as any old crow. Now the fire, it being rather warm, it began to scorch my knees, likewise to melt my butter, and likewise to toast my cheese. And every drop dropped in the fire, a terrible blaze was there. And the master swore in his poor old heart that the devil himself was there, that the devil himself was there. So it's way up on the roof he climbed for to drive old Harry out. He began to pour cold water down what put me to a rout. And it's down the old chimney I did creep, and into the streets did crawl. I was forced to ramble as fast as I could, with me butter and cheese and all, with me butter and cheese and all. Now some they said it was the devil, and him they very well know. But some they just said it was Harry myself, though I was as black as a crow. The dogs did bark, the children screamed out, rushed the old women all. And then they begun to blubber it out, you got butter and cheese and all, you got butter and cheese and all. Oh, don't you see yon little turtle dove sitting under the mulberry tree, and a-making mourn for his own true love, as I shall mourn for thee, my dear, as I shall mourn for thee. Though you must suffer grief and pain, 'tis but for a little while. And wherever I go I will return, though I go 10,000 mile, my dear, though I go 10,000 mile. 10,000 mile, it is too far to leave me all alone, while I must lie, lament and cry, and you'll not hear my moan, my dear, and you'll not hear my moan. Well, the tide it shall cease to beat the shore, and stars shall fall from the sky, yet I will love thee more and more, until the day I die, my dear, until the day I die. Then let the seas run dry, my dear, and rocks all melt in the sun, yet here I'll stay and never from thee part, till all these things be done, my dear, till all these things be done. Oh, don't you see yon little turtle dove sitting under the mulberry tree, a-making mourn for his own true love, as I shall mourn for thee, my dear, as I shall mourn for thee. Young Roger, a squire, come a-courting of late to a rich farmer's daughter named Beautiful Kate. And she for a fortune had 5,000 pound, with rich rings and jewels, with rich rings and jewels, and a piece of fine ground. Now the day being appointed and the money laid down, it was naught but the fine fortune of £5,000. So young Roger, he swore by his curly long hair, I will not wed your daughter, I will not wed your daughter without the grey mare. Then up spoke her father, and thus saith he, I thought that you loved my daughter indeed, but as I do have her the star in my care, you shall not have my daughter, you shall not have my daughter, nor yet the grey mare. So 12 months being over, and a little above, young Roger Esquire met Katie his love, saying, Katie, loving Katie, oh, don't you know me? Such a man of your likeness I've chanced for to see. Such a man of your likeness with curly long hair. He once come a-courting, he once come a-courting my father's grey mare. Come all you young fellows, wheresoever that you be, I will have you pay attention and listen unto me. For by a young female I am wounded full soon, and you see I'm got down in the height of my bloom. It was on one Monday morning as I lay on me bed, a young friend come up to me and these words to me he said, Rise up, Henry Higgins, and flee you elsewhere, for they're bound out against you on account of Fanny Blair. Fanny Blair is a girl of 11 years old, and as I must die now, the truth I will unfold. I never had dealings with her in me time, it's a hard thing to hang for another man's crime. Well, the trial it come on, and Squire Vernon he was there, and onto the long table he handed Fanny Blair, and the lies that she swore to I'm ashamed for to tell, but the squire spoke up quick, saying, You've told your story well. When the people all heard that young Higgins was to die, they have rose up against her with a murmuring cry, We will catch her and crop her, she's a perjuring little whore. Young Higgins is innocent, of that we're very sure. There is one favour more that I would ask of me friends, to take me to Bloomfields one night by themselves, and to bury my body in Merrily Mole, and I pray that the good Lord will pardon her soul. As I was a-walking one morning in May, I met a pretty fair maid, her gown it was gay. I stepped right up to her and back she did fall. She want to be played with me long Peggy and all. Then it's home to her parents she then went straightway, and unto her mother these words she did say, I will follow me true love, whate'er may befall, I'll follow me love with his long peg and all. Oh, daughter, dear daughter, how can you say so? For young men are fools, as you very well know. They will tell you fine stories, the devil and all, and they'll leave you big-bellied with their long peg and all. Oh, mother, dear mother, how can you say so? For before you were 16, you very well know, there was father and mother and baby and all. You followed me, Dad, for his long peg and all. Did you ever hear tell of the good luck ship? Did you ever hear tell of the commander's name? She's the Royal Rainbow out from Bristol town, and Captain Ramsgate was his name. Now this good luck ship was loaded deep, 3 anchors weighed all on the bows, and the wind it being east, northeast, me boys, as close to the wind as we could steer. Now we had not been sailing 3 days or 4, when we had spied 10 men of war, when we had spied 10 men of war, and down on us they did us all. So it's strike, come strike, you English dogs, come strike your topsails down by speed. If you're the mind for to have them strike, come you on board, strike them for me. So he called up his merry men all, saying, get you ready, boys, obey my call. Get your firelocks ready and fix them well, and throw in a plenty of good bombshell. Then he called up his little cabin boy. He sent him up aloft so high, and there to fly King George's flag, and under that we'll fight or die. So from the sunrise into the sun going down, we fight like any boys when we meet. From the sunrise into the sun going down, we spied not one sail of our fleet. But 3 we sank and 3 we burned, the other 3, well, they ran away, and 1 we brought safe to fair England's shore, to let them know we'd won the day. So now, thank God, we have won the day. We've caused the Frenchies all for to rue. Here is Captain Ramsgate and all his crew. Let everyone give them a good huzzah. I will tell you a story, and the story it is one, about a young sailor boy, his name it was John. He'd been a very long voyage, lads, he's lately come on shore. His money was good, but his rigging was poor. So he went into an alehouse where he had been before. He called for a pint of the very best beer. It's welcome home, young Johnny, you're welcome from the sea. Last night me daughter Molly was dreaming of thee. Where is your daughter Molly? Oh, come sit her on me knee. Oh, me daughter, she is busy, John, she cannot come to thee. Me daughter, she is busy, John, she cannot come to you. And besides, I wouldn't trust you with 1 part or 2. So Johnny, feeling weary, he hung down his head. He called for a candle to light him up to bed. But me beds they are all full, John, and they have been full for weeks. So be off with you, young Johnny, fresh lodgings you must seek. How much do I owe you? These words he then did say. How much do I owe you? For the sum to you I'll pay. It's 45 shilling, John, you've owed me of old. And out from his pockets he drew handfuls of gold. And when she saw the money all a-shining in his hand, she called for daughter Molly, and right quickly she come in. She's hugging him and kissing him and calling him her dear, saying the green bed it is empty, young Johnny shall lie there. Before I would lie there, I would lie all in the street. Before I would lie there, I would die all at your feet. For if I had no money from the door, I would have turned, so you and your old mother can go and be hanged. So come all you jolly sailormen who plough the raging main, who work for your money in the wind and in the rain. Be sure to check your money, lads, before you go on shore, or else your old companions will turn you from the door, All around me hat I will wear the green willow, all around me hat for a 12-month and a day. If anyone should ask me the reason why I wear it, it's all because me own true love is far, far away. Me true love she was fair, and me true love she was kind too. Many's a happy hours I've spent between me love and me. I never could refuse her whatever she'd a mind to. Now she's far away, far across the stormy sea. All around me hat I will wear the green willow, all around me hat for a 12-month and a day. If anyone should ask me the reason why I wear it, it's all because me own true love is far, far away. Will me love be true, and will me love be faithful? Will me love remember me wherever she is gone? The young men do run after her, so pretty and so graceful, leaving me lamenting and crying all alone. All around me hat I will wear the mournful willow, all around me hat for a 12-month and a day. If anyone should ask me the reason why I wear it, it's all because me own true love is far, far away. Come list all you seamen unto me while these few words to you would write, just to let you know how the game it do go on when you are out of sight. Just to let you know how the lads on shore go courting with your wives, while you are out on the raging sea or the venturing of your sweet lives. Now the last farewell who had true love, and she began for to cry. She pulled a handkerchief out from her breast to wipe her weeping eye, saying, my true love has gone to sea, oh, what that is my case. But there's plenty more sitting here on the shore, and another one shall take his place. So you go down to the dockyard gate and wait till I come out, for this very day we'll spend his half pay, and we'll drink both ale and stout. So the day being spent in sweet content, and his half pay it was no more. Never mind my true love, she did say, me husband he's working hard for more. Perhaps it is his watch on deck all shivering in the cold, or perhaps it is his watch below, our joys he can't behold. But you go down to the dockyard gate and wait till I come out, for this very day we'll spend his half pay, and we'll drink both ale and stout. Ale and stout. As I was first bound prentice boy, I was bound unto a mill, and I served me master truly for 7 years or more, till I took up a courting with a girl with a rolling eye, and I promised I would marry her if she would be my bride. So I went round to her parents' house, it being the hour of 8, and little did her parents think that it would be a fate. And I asked her for to walk with me through the fields and meadows gay, and there we told our tales of love and fixed the wedding day. As we were a-walking and a-talking all these different things around, I pulled a large stick from the hedge and I knocked this fair maid down. Down on her bended knees she fell and loud for mercy cried, "Oh, have pity on an innocent girl, I am not fit to die." But I grabbed her by the curly locks and I dragged her on the ground, and I dragged her to the river brink that run through Wakefield town. It run both deep and narrow, it run both swift and wide, and there I plunged that pretty fair maid that should have been my bride. So I went back to my parents' house about 10 o'clock that night, and me mother she jumped out of bed all for to light the light. She asked me and she questioned me, "What stains your hands and clothes?" And the answer I give back to her, "I've been bleeding at my nose." But no rest all that long night, no rest could I find, for the fire and the brimstone around me head did shine. And it was about 2 days afterwards this pretty fair maid was found, a-floating by the river bank that flows through Wakefield town. So the judges and the jurymen on me they did agree, for a murdering of this pretty fair maid a hanged I will be. Oh hang it, oh hang it, oh hang it I will be, for a murdering of this pretty fair maid a hanged I will be. Sailing over the Dogger Bank, wasn't it a treat? The wind a blown out east, northeast, we had to give a sheet. You should have seen us rally, the wind a blowing free, a passage from the Dogger Bank to Great Grimsby. So watch your twig, she's a proper Juba-Jew. Give her the sheet and let her rip with the boys to see her through. You should have seen us rally, the wind a blowing free, a passage from the Dogger Bank to Great Grimsby. Now the captain is a shaggaroo shandy, love for tropical ale. The mate he is a roast on inspector, been seen in many a jail. The third hand he's a bush ranger, he comes from the African Isle. And take a look at the poor old cook, it gets the bugger wild. So it's what she had to twig, she's a proper Juba-Jew. Just give her the sheet and and let her rip with the boys to see her through. You should to see this rally, the wind a blowing free. A passage from the Dogger Bank to Great Grimsby. Now we are the boys to make a noise when we come home from sea. We get right drunk, we roll on the floor, we have a jubilee. We get right drunk and full of beer, we roll all over the floor. And when the rent it is all spent, we'll go to sea for more. So it's what she had to wink, 'cause she's a proper Juba-Jew. Just give her the sheet and let her rip with the boys to see her through. You should to see this rally, the wind a blowing free. A passage from the Dogger Bank to Great Grimsby. So it's what she had to wigger as down the street she came, with high heels and painted toes, 'cause Jenny is on the game. She is one of them flash girls, God, she got the shine. She can do a double shuffle on the Knickerbocker line. So it's what she had to wigger, she's a proper Juba-Jew. Just give her the sheet and let her rip with the boys to see her through. You should to see this rally, the wind a blowing free. A passage from the Dogger Bank to Great Grimsby, Great Grimsby. It's of a charming young lady fair. She went walking out for to take the air. She met a sailor all on her way, and I paid attention. And I paid attention to what they did say. He said, "Fair lady, why do you walk alone? For the day is gone and the night is come." She said, while tears from her eyes did fall, "It's a dark-eyed sailor. It is a dark-eyed sailor has caused me my downfall. 'Tis 3 long years since he left this land. He pulled a gold ring from off his hand. We broke the token and is off with me, and the other lies rolling, and the other lies rolling at the bottom of the sea." He said, "Fair lady, drive him from your mind, for I'm as good as he you'll find." But she drew a dagger and loud she did cry, "For me, dark-eyed sailor, all for me, dark-eyed sailor, I've lived and now I'll die." The other token he then did show. She was distracted twixt joy and woe. "Oh, William dear, I have land and I have gold, for me, dark-eyed sailor, all for me, dark-eyed sailor, so manly, true and bold." You gentlemen of England who lives at home at ease, oh, how little do you dream about all the dangers on the seas. So give ear unto us mariners, and we will plainly show all our fears and our cares when the stormy winds do blow. Should enemies oppose us while England is at war with any foreign nation, well, we fear not one nor score. Our roaring guns will teach them our valour for to know, as she reels on her keel while the stormy wind do blow. And the sailor must have courage, no danger must he shun. In every kind of weather still his course he has to run. Now mounted on the high topmast, how dreadful 'tis below. Then we ride with the tide while the stormy winds do blow. But when the danger's over and safe we come on shore, the horrors of the tempest, well, we think on them no more. For the Flowin bowl invites us, and joyfully we go. All the day we drink away, though the stormy winds do blow. Ships may come and ships may go, just as long as the seas do run. And a sailor man likewise is Dan, he loves his pork and rum. Now alas ashore he do adore one that is plump and round. But when your money's all gone, it's the same old song. Get up, Jack John, sit down. Come along, me jolly brave boys, there's plenty more grog in the jar. We'll plough the briny ocean with a jolly roving tar. When Jack's ashore, he makes his way to some old boarding house. He's welcomed in with rum and gin, likewise with pork and sauce. Now he'll spend and he'll never offend until he lies drunk on the ground. But when your money's all gone, it's the same old song. Get up, Jack John, sit down. Come along, me jolly brave boys, there's plenty more grog in the jar. We'll plough the briny ocean with a jolly roving tar. He then will ship aboard some ship bound for India or Japan. For in Asia there the ladies fair, or loves the sailor man. He will trip ashore and he won't scorn to buy some maid a gown. But when your money's all gone, it's the same old song. Get up, Jack John, sit down. Come along, me jolly brave boys, there's plenty more grog in the jar. We'll plough the briny ocean with a jolly roving tar. When Jack is old and weather-beat, too old to sail about, in some grog shop they'll let him stop till 8 bells do ring out. Then he'll raise his hands high and loud he'll cry, great God, I'm homeward bound. But when your money's all gone, it's the same old song. Get up, Jack John, sit down. Come along, me jolly brave boys, there's plenty more grog in the jar. We'll plough the briny ocean with a jolly roving tar. Come along, me jolly brave boys, there's plenty more grog in the jar. We'll plough the briny ocean with a jolly roving tar.